Okay, welcome. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to IELTS listening class this evening. Okay, my name is Isaac once again, and I'm sorry if we have been delayed. The link I sent before for people to join was disconnected because it was idle for a long time. I just sent it ahead so that we can have adequate preparation or awareness about it. So, welcome to class. Okay, I hope you are prepared. I will have to give the background because it's an online lecture and because everybody has a kind of audio they are displaying in the background. Everyone is on a mute. But if you would like to, if you have an issue, please raise your hand. There is a menu bar at the bottom. You can click raise your hand or you can send in a chat. And from there, I would be able to attend to your challenge. Okay. So once again, I say welcome to class. So this is the lecture slide. For those who are just joining, you need to take your pen and paper because you'll be doing some exercises today. And just give me a minute or two thereabout because I said I will be receiving responses on responses that you don't need to type again, you can just send and snap on WhatsApp. Okay, responses that I would like to get. So just give me a minute thereabout. Let me just take my appliance that I would use to get the response. Okay, so that is just it. Okay, we are set to go. So the first thing I would be doing in the class now, I'll be revealing it on my slide. It's dictation, because the last time I said we were going to start dictation as a means to helping people to understand how to write down information. And the rule for the dictation, I will dictate some words, but you would not, I can't see you, but you need to be fair to yourself. Fair means play by the rules so that it can help you. I'll be dictating 4 sentences. The first will be short sentence. The second, third will get longer. So you will write the sentences down, but you won't write until I say the final word in the first sentence. When I say the final word in the first sentence, I will say period, but don't write the period as part of the sentence. Immediately I say period, that's the end of that sentence. So you can write the sentence. Okay, the more you are able to write what I said, it means the more you get better with your listening abilities. Yes. Okay, so take your pen and paper. That's the appetizer before we go into today's class. So let's be fast about it. Okay, 1. Some were affected by the tsunami, others escaped on Earth. Period. So I won't repeat. I've not started the second sentence. I won't repeat myself because that's the rule of listening. Okay, this is not the second sentence. As I'm checking because someone sent me a chat, and if you can't hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, please send response. I can hear, so that I can confirm if the problem is from my end or from the student's end. Okay, someone said she can hear, but it breaks. If it's breaking, it's network. Let's see how it improves. Though that might interfere with the dictation I'm doing. Okay, I understand that. Yes, yes, it will. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, I want to hear now. Okay, I sent a chat. Were you able to pick my dictation because it was breaking, or you were not able, despite the fact that it was breaking, or you were not able because it was breaking? Okay, okay, well, some people can still be pardoned. It means that, okay, okay, someone picked it accurately. Okay, you were not really supposed to send me the answer. I will just check after the dictation to see if you write it correctly. I'm going to dictate it again on completion. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now the second sentence. No problem that you sent it. In the process of engaging in, he lost his will to negotiate and gave away much ground. Period. Okay. The third sentence. Okay. I wanted to say something before. I'm not dictating yet. Okay. He is from another planet. He is simply magical, awesome, and incomparable. But he could be a flop when you expect much from him. Period. Okay. Okay. Okay, I want to stop a bit because someone says she can't hear. I want to be clear. Please, if you can hear me, send I can hear. If you can't, let me know before I proceed. If you can hear, please let me know. Give me the notification. Let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. Okay, you can't. Those who can hear, please let me know, because I want to know if it is from my end. Okay, someone said it is breaking badly. Wow, I think that is the network. Okay, someone said it's cracking at interval. That's a network problem. Let me let me see if it improves. I think the network used to be jammed around 9 o'clock. Maybe everybody's at home. I don't know. I think it normally does. Okay. Someone said it's cracking at intervals. So basically, the dictation of today might not just be reckoned with, but just for record purpose, because we want to start doing it, because some cannot hear properly. Okay. I will say the last one sentence. Now, why worry when it is obvious you have done your best? You live to fight another day. Cheer up, brother. Okay. Period. Okay. Someone said he can hear me audibly. If the person can hear me, maybe it's not my network, because if everybody can't, it is mine. If few people can, it might not be my network. It might be your local network at your destination. Okay. So I will repeat the dictation again for those who got it, for you to check if you picked it accurately. The more you failed maybe in picking up the information, the rule was that until I finish dictating a sentence, you can't write. But if you wrote, it means you've not followed the rule then. Whatever you score cannot be regarded as being a good score. So those are the things you need to consider. Okay, so that's just it. Okay, number one, some were affected by the tsunami, others escaped on earth. Number two, in the process of engaging in, he lost his will to negotiate and gave away much ground. Number three, he is from another planet, he is simply magical, awesome, and incomparable, but it could be a flop when you expect much from him. Number four, why worry when it is obvious you have done your best? You live to fight another day. Cheer up, brother. Okay, those are the sentences. If it is clear from your end, I think you need to check as many mistakes as possible. You need to start checking it. Yes, working. If you can find a book, tick some sentences, short and long one, and ask people to dictate to you so that you can practice as much as possible. So let's begin the lecture. Before we begin the lecture, after this, I'm going to ask a question. now under this dictation, and please send your answer to the WhatsApp. What are the 5 general rules? I want you to give them to me because you actually need those rules to survive listening. So they should be your holy grail. Please write down your answer. It's either you send it through the chat box, whatever means is convenient. What are the 5 general rules I gave in the last lecture? If you missed the last lecture, please go check back. What are the 5 general rules I gave? You can't survive without the 5. Please don't look at your note or slide. Just give me the high point of the 5 general rule. Even if you can't remember the sentences, remember the key words. Okay, that's for another 1 or 2 minutes. Then we'll start the class. The 5 general rules. Okay, it's already 1 minute. I have not gotten a response from anybody. Okay. Just 30 seconds more. For those who were not in class last week or have not attended any of the listening class, please check the lecture for the last week. Okay. Okay. I've received response from someone. Okay, if I'm breaking, that will be network issue. Okay, time up. I only got a response from somebody, and the person was a newcomer last week. Please, these 5 rules are the thing you need to put in your head in every section to avoid distraction and to help you be as accurate as possible. Yes, to help you to be as accurate as possible. If I'm teaching it and you do not pay attention and you do not try to remember it, you will still get to the exam, or you will not be different from somebody who was not exposed to this thing. Okay, so that's it. Let me summarize again. This is a recap of last lecture. The general rule. I call them the golden rule now because I think we are joking with them. Number 1, read and understand the instruction given for each section. That's why I say Even if you can't remember all the sentence, instruction. Number 2, read or listen to understand the topic or the subtopic. Number 3, read and understand. So the main word is topic, subtopic. Okay. Number 4 is question format or layout. Read and understand the question, because if you do not read the question format or layout, that is, try to decode your question beforehand, you will be lost. Absolutely. Okay, because you need to stay ahead of the audio. This is the central point of the whole IELTS listening. You need to be able to decode the question format or layout. And today I'm going into question types. So you need to bring the rule to understanding your question immediately. See them. Number 4, have 2 questions in sight or mind. And I gave 3 reasons. I'm not going into that today, why you need to do that. And this dictation is part of the strategy to help you to start learning how to hold information, 2 information at the same time. And number 5, I said, haven't done all things. Focus. All these 4 strategies will allow you to focus. We allow you to focus. We allow you to focus. Okay. Okay. So those are the 5 things that are the I'm responding to someone who is sending me a chat that she can't hear. Please okay. So now this is a question. I'm not going to explain the question layout or format. I'm just going to play the audio right now for us to practice before we go into the lecture of today. So be ready with your pen and paper to practice now.
You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to Section 1. Section 1. You will hear a conversation between Peter and Jim talking about some details for their shared accommodation. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 4. You will see that there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Hey Jim, it's Peter.
Oh hey Peter, what's up?
I thought I'd call so we could hammer out the details for next year's lease.
Peter says that he wants to hammer out the details for next year's lease with Jim. So, lease has been written in the space. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 4.
Hey Jim, it's Peter.
Oh hey Peter, what's up?
I thought I'd call so we could hammer out the details for next year's lease.
That's a good idea. Did we ever decide on how to split the total rent?
Well, I was thinking, since my room is bigger, I probably should pay a little more. So I could pay £110 and you could pay £80. Does that sound okay?
Considering that my old apartment cost me £100 for a smaller room, I'm definitely all right with that. Hey, I was looking at a map of the area and can't seem to find a bus stop near it. Do you know where we would catch the bus?
Well, the bus is actually pretty far from us, but we have that garage that we can park our cars in.
Wow, that's great. Convenient parking is hard to find, so we're lucky we have that. Okay, so we have a whole lot of things we'll need to buy when we move in. How do you want to split that up?
I was wondering, do you still work at the supermarket?
Yep, every Tuesday and Saturday.
Would you be able to buy things from there if I sent you a shopping list?
Sure, I can do that.
Great, then I can take care of whatever else we need that you wouldn't get at a supermarket. If you want, I'll pick you up from work that day and we can go to the apartment together.
Oh, that would be great, thanks.
No problem. That way we can split the cost of petrol.
Works for me. It's so expensive these days, isn't it?
It's downright obscene.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 5 to 10.
I'm pausing the audio now because I want to be sure that you have this. The screen has transited from question 5 to 10. Please confirm that from your end. Someone just confirm. If it has transited, just say yes. If it has not transited to question 5 to 10, say no. Okay. Thank you, Raphael. Okay, so I will continue then.
Now listen and answer questions 5 to 10.
So let's figure out what appliances we need. Do we have a microwave?
Yes, the landlord's providing that for us. Hey, do you still have that space heater though? We need one for the kitchen since it's not connected to the central heating.
All right, I'll bring that. Anything else?
Well, I have some dining room and living room furniture I can bring, so that should take care of most of the big stuff. You know what we do need though? Could you bring a toaster?
I actually don't have one. It doesn't come with the microwave.
No, the landlord is only supplying the microwave. It would really help if you could bring one.
Okay, I'll pick one up at the store. You know, I also have this cool antique rotary phone that would be a cool addition to the apartment, sort of as decoration and utility.
Oh, cool. The only thing is, we'd have to put it in the kitchen unless you want it in your room.
Why not put it in the living room?
The living room's too loud to have a phone conversation. The noise sort of carries. So if one person is trying to watch TV or have friends over, the person on the phone won't be able to hear.
Okay, well I guess kitchen it is then. Any of the big things we need? That seems like everything.
That's all I can think of. And of course, move-in is
June the 1st. I can't wait. We'll be able to watch the big game in our new apartment. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we can move in the morning, and then Friday night we can sit back and cheer on Liverpool.
I have an exam in the morning, but we'll be done around 11 a.m. and can move in after. Wait, Liverpool? You're joking, right? I thought you were a Manchester United fan.
Man U? No way. Liverpool all the way.
Oh no, I don't know if I can live with a Liverpool fan.
Okay.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Please check your answer against the instruction. I'm going to display the first part now. That's what I said. When you are transferring your answers, The question has said not more than 2 words, an or a number. At the start, check. When you are cross-checking and transferring your answer, check. So instruction, check to see the one you want to correct. Once I display it, if you don't correct any, it means you made a mistake. Someone said it is breaking badly. Okay, some people say it is okay. Okay, fine, network is the problem. Yes, network is the challenge. Okay, so that is it. I will be transiting to the answer now. This is the answer. I think the one in question 5, eater and space eater, is okay. Yes. Okay, so that's the question. Just check it against your answer to be sure. I'll be exiting the screen now because I need to go into the lecture. We've taken time to actually see if we got the concept of last week. This is section 1. I normally say in section 1, you shouldn't be missing any. So if you are joining us, if you have attended the lecture, all the rules, you shouldn't miss one here, because other section from 3, 4 will be a bit cumbersome. So you need to be relaxed from here, not to miss anyone. Okay, for the lecture for today, I am discussing question types. Really, the 5 general rules are okay to navigate through the question types, any type of question. But I want to just give us some more insights, especially those who have challenges with a particular question type and they normally struggle in that place. So we have multiple choice questions, we have matching task questions, we have sentence completion questions, and we have short answer questions. We have the 5th one, but I'm going to be treating it under another topic: maps and charts and diagrams. Yes, so these are the question type. So question type 1 for today, multiple choice questions. I say peculiarities. All options will be discussed. Yes, that's the peculiarity of multiple choice questions. All options will be discussed. So you need to really pay attention. So what are the strategy you will have to pay attention to keywords and meaning of the question to easily pinpoint your answer, because options will be discussed maybe out of relevance with the question or even in relevance to the question, but might not be answering the question. So you need to pay attention. What do I mean? This is a sample multiple choice question. It means the subjects in the questionnaire are, what are the subjects? Is it tourists? Is it local residents? Is it people who are living in this area? Because the subject means, okay, even if you don't get it, it means maybe the people that the questionnaire will be about. Subject, because that's what these options has really given you. So who is the questionnaire going to really be about? So here I'm really re-explaining question layout or formats again. All these options will be talked about. So, but you need to talk about you need to try to listen to the one that is the subject. Now, when 2 people or 3 people are discussing, they may mention different options until they finally agree on one. So that's it. All options. So I said, pay attention to the keywords in the question, because the question will be your focus now so that you can pinpoint the right answer. Okay, The next one, pay attention to synonyms. I have said it before. Actually, the issue of synonym is applicable to all question types. Pay attention to synonyms. Yes, because the person can be talking about cook in the audio, but on your paper it is make. So you need to quickly be able to relate making fish dishes and cooking fish dishes, because that might be it. Because you didn't see the word cook in your paper, the word cook is in your paper and the audio said make. So you need to pay attention to synonym. Discussion can be lengthy, so you need some dose of patience here. One thing you need to do is you need some dose of patience, and I must put this one as a note. Don't get excited, please. Why? Immediately you get excited, maybe you did well in the first section, and in the subsequent section you will be too giddy and you might not be focusing well. That's it. Just be temperate throughout. So you need loads of patience. So these three strategies, you need to master them: synonyms, keywords, and meaning of the question. Okay, so those are the peculiarity is that all options will be discussed under multiple choice. It is terrible sometimes, but you need to just listen out. Okay, we will be practicing some multiple choice questions to really see what happened. But let me discuss the second. Okay, this one is matching task, not match task. Matching task question. Peculiarities. Please, if you want the lecture slide after the lecture, just request for it from the link you joined, and also the lecture audio video recording. But let me tell you, at the end of the class, it's always recorded on the YouTube channel. You can go there or access it through the website. There is a website now, www.score9inielts.com. So you can access the lecture from the website or from the YouTube link. Okay, so peculiarities of matching task questions. Task is cumbersome as it involves listening to the audio and scanning through your question and the options supplied. Let me indicate it simultaneously. Okay, there is a message from someone. Let me attend to it. Okay, I will send it to you, Ralph. Okay, I'll send the website to you. Okay, so after the class or now when I'm less concentrate. Okay, let me send it to everybody. It is www.score9inielts.com. Okay, I've sent it to everyone so you can check. Yes, from there you can link the YouTube. You will see the videos of the lectures. Okay, what do I mean? This is what it is like. The audio will be playing, and this is your question. The question is, what is the source of each one below in this survey? What is the source? Choose 4 answers from the box to write and write letter A to F next to question 27 to 30. So what is the source of maybe the map? Maybe it's from a radio, it's from a council meeting. The photo, maybe it's from a newspaper. The budget, maybe it's from a journal. The comments. So the thing there is that you are looking at this options and you are looking at these options. How do you get by? How do you get by? How to get by is your attention should be on the options. Yes. Why? Because you need to keep scanning through the options as the audio is playing. Yes, you need to keep scanning as the audio is playing. Here, the audio will pick this one in sequence. The map, first of all, discuss about it, then discuss the source, then the photo, then discuss the source, then the budget, then discuss the source, then the comments. Okay, so this is helping you to figure out matching task, really, because when you get to exam hall, you must figure it out before the audio starts. Okay, so you will be focusing on this less, but focusing on the option. So that's your number one strategy. Okay, so I said the questions will be talked about one after the other. Yes, the question 28, 29, 30 will be talked about. This one, you need to keep scanning which one matches this. When they are talking about map, when they move to photos, you need to keep scanning. When they move to budget, you need to keep scanning. When the audio moves to comments, you need to keep scanning. Okay, so that is it. You need to practice the strategy. We're going to practice before the end of the lecture today. Okay, so number 3 strategy, I said you can also strike out the option that has been picked. I wrote that twice here. If an option has been picked, you can just use your pencil to strike it out so as to reduce the option you'll be scanning subsequently. Yes, so as to reduce the option you will be scanning subsequently. So what do I mean by that? You can just say maybe something like this. I want to put a spotlight. I just feel if it's not going to, okay, if it is not going to affect, if A has been picked, you can just strike out A like this, so that you know that A is no longer available. Your option will reduce instantly and you will get more accurate subsequently. Okay, so that is what I mean by that. Okay, you strike it out. Okay, so now bring out your pen and paper, but let me recap on this question type. Let me recap. For the multiple choice question, what are the details? Peculiarity is that all options will be discussed. What are the key strategies? Pay attention to the keywords and meaning of question to easily pinpoint your answer. Pay attention to synonyms. The direct word used in the audio might not be used directly in the option or in the question. Discussion can be lengthy, so be patient. And I said, don't get excited. As you are picking your answer and you know you are correct, you start getting giddy and excited. Please don't do. Just be temperate. Try to contain yourself. Even when you are missing one or two, contain yourself as well. Yes. Okay. The second one is the matching task option. Okay, I said the peculiarity task is cumbersome as it involves listening to the audio, scanning through your question and the options supplied simultaneously. So the strategies, your attention should be on the options. Yes, that's the main focus. I'm not saying you are neglecting this, but you will pick this one at a time. Yes, because when you focus on this, you want to see which one matches it. Your eye is roving about. So that's the first strategy. The question will be talked about one after the other, that is in sequence. Focus on the options, that is your choice. You can also strike out the option that has been picked. So those are the strategy. I know that the screen I'm sharing with you, you won't be able to strike out, but while you are practicing, you will definitely have what I call it, your paper with you. So now I want us to practice. Yes, we will practice now. Okay, so get out your pen and paper once again. Okay.
Section 3. You will hear a student called John talking to his classmate Danny about the details of his research project. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 26.
So, tell me about your research project, John.
I created a questionnaire for the study to determine people's opinions of the relative feasibility of earning a living in Brisbane.
Oh, cool. How is it scored? Are they all multiple choice questions?
Well, the questions consist primarily of yes or no responses. There are 2 free response questions at the end. Participants will use a computer to fill in their answers. That way, it is really easy to analyze the data afterward.
Great. It sounds like you have a pretty solid idea of what you should do. Just don't forget to submit a copy of your plans to Professor Curran by the 15th.
Oh, I almost forgot.
You don't do it for the high grade or appraise, but he can review and give you feedback.
Right, that will be helpful. He has been conducting studies like this for 30 years now.
Yep. Oh, and I'm curious. Are you going to be in the room giving subjects directions for the questionnaire?
Well, I think the instructions will be provided by another representative who will not be analyzing the data. I want them to feel they can answer and be completely anonymous, so I will not be in the room. Anonymity is really important for this study.
I agree. Good idea. You should tell the representative to remind subjects to fully consider both sides of each issue. Sometimes it's really easy to immediately check yes or no without stopping to think about it completely.
That's so true. It's like a race to finish the questionnaire first or something. I'll make sure to include that in the instructions. This report has to be perfect.
Wow, what's the big deal? I know it's part of your grades and all.
Well, it's that, but also a well-executed study could grab the attention of faculty in the department, which would be a huge deal.
So, for attention?
No, silly. I mean, I could really gain the respect of professors who may later take me on as a graduate student in their labs.
Oh, I see.
Okay. How was it? If it was fine, fine. I'm going to reveal the answer. But after revealing the answer, if you have any comment or challenge, I want to know. I actually paid attention to some part like question 26, and I noticed that the person did not use some direct word. I was doing something else, so I pay attention when it got to 26. Okay, so I will reveal the answer now. If you have any challenge, I will reveal the answer so you can let me know. So if we are going to be able to solve it now or in subsequent lectures. Okay, the answer to 21 is C. The answer to 22 is A. The answer to 23 is B. The answer to 24 is A. The answer to 25 is C. The answer to 26 is A. I want to know if you have any challenge. Okay, even if you have challenge, even in the last one, if you are joining for the first time today, you might still be struggling. Yes, but I would like you to go check the old lecture, that of last week, Thursday. Okay, if you sent in your answer, fine, but I've detected the answer for you to be able to see. So as to able to see. If you're having any challenge, please let me know. I paid attention to question 26 and I discovered that, okay, he said he wants this thing to be perfect. He said, what's the big deal? Big deal is, why is it important to you? He didn't say that. He said, what's the big deal? Then 3 times he emphasized to earn the respect of the professor. I think they were even kinder in this place, because if it was in section 3, they might not emphasize as much as 3 times to emphasize the option. Yes, I paid attention to that. Okay, I didn't get any complaints, so I would be playing the last part, which might be the last thing we will do in this today, though we started like 10 minutes late, but I think it will still take us to 6 minutes into this thing. So this is the second side now. I'll play the audio, then let's see how you do.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 27 to 30. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 27 to 30.
Let me take a look at the survey. Wow, this looks great. The map of the median income by region is a great tool. Where did you find it?
Oh, thanks. I read a lot of sources and just noticed this one in a small psychology journal called Modern Psychology. It's more helpful than the photo I added, but I think the photo is just so interesting. It was in the newspaper last year during that huge wage strike.
It's great. Probably not necessary, but it looks great. I don't understand. What is WKRX's involvement here?
Oh, the radio station agreed to sponsor the study if I play their station in the room.
Wow, interesting. So you don't have to pay for any of this?
Exactly.
Nice. Where did you get that idea?
Last month, at the Psychology Club Council meeting, someone talked about how easy it is to get sponsorship from local businesses. So I listened to their advice and called around.
I'll have to remember that. Well, this all looks great. Good luck.
Okay.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Okay. You have half a minute to check your answer. Okay, though I've reviewed the first part of this. Okay, I want to know if you have a challenge or not before we close. I'll reveal the answers now. You have written, you are meant to write the letter A to F here. Okay, you are not meant to write the word. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, from 27 is E, 28 is D, 29 is A, and 30 is B. Yes. So cross-check against what you have. This particular section is quite a bit easy, except maybe the multiple choice questions a bit, but that is it. Please, if you have any question, please transmit before I call it a day, because if I go into the next one, we may not finish in the next 15-20 minutes. So we've been able to treat 2 question types. We've been able to treat the multiple choice question. Also, we've been able to treat question type like matching task. Yes, please, because I know some people have challenges with different question type. If you can't remember anything now, or you are too tired, send a chat to me. If possibly, we could be able to tackle it in the next class. Okay, so that is it about tonight. I would like to say good night, everyone, and see you again on Thursday. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.